wiped his data, so he had to rebuild this map, and he fixed some cuts. Yeah, so
Wait, he actually had to rebuild it?
yeah, he had to rebuild it. Like I think 1.5 months ago or something like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, that's interesting. I'm also not streaming today because that would be like a super back and forth for me. Just recording, putting it on the YouTubers, and yeah, there's the map. It's very
Look
long.
at this. It's long, but it's very
Yeah.
straightforward. Like
Yeah.
it's not crazy difficulty.
I agree.
Put it that way. I'm gonna have a look at the GPS.
Yeah, same. Maybe someone is going into it. Yes.
I'm going into it. Straight into the GPS.
But then I already know that if I go from spectator to play, that I will not have any space on the server.
True.
But someone is going for it.
Pang. So the AT with the standing run is 2 minutes and 55 seconds. So it is a long track, but like I mentioned earlier, it's quite straightforward. You have dirt into some road, a little bit of grass, and some plastic, and yeah, it's like a nice stroll. Also, the scenery is very open, so visibility is really well done on this track.
Yep.
Not gonna lie.
Also, I like the watery theme on the bottom. Really reminds you of the
Yes.
Nations map. It's really cool. Or Trackmania 2.
Yep.
Very nice vibe. But yeah,
I
the
like
map is straightforward.
The scaffolding plus the rocks. It's creating this. I don't know. It looks like it's filling up the voids, and blocking the view in the distance a little bit. But then also, it's like so few blocks that it also makes the map stand out. I don't know how to
It's
how to
unique.
say it. Yeah, it's very, very unique.
Yeah, it's nice. I really like it. And yeah, I mean, happy to have Clear Vision in here as well. We have one more map. What about next week, actually? Maybe we can already talk about that because, yeah, XP Evo is happening, right?
Yes.
So there will be no endurance race?
Yes.
Too bad. It would have been cool.
It's gonna be on the 20th.
Yeah, on the
weekend
20th.
after.
I mean, it would have been cool to have it there, but of course the finals are,
Yeah.
and the show match and all of that, so... And you're gonna be in the finals, so...
Yeah, I'm winning the World Cup slot.
Imagine. Imagine. Would be so fun.
Anyway, look at this section here. Another no braking part. We have seen this in like 3 maps, I believe, this endurance race season. The usage of the no braking section, and it's a block that we don't often see, but we also have this this block in the new campaign actually. So no braking, making a making the presence known in competitive mapping. Kind of nice.
Yeah, I really like it as well. It's a pretty underrated block, to be honest. Not as annoying as no steer, for example, but like with that you can really... Yeah, I mean, you have to release it. It's like getting NASCAR, and that's what I really like. Adding another layer to a map. It's really good. Like, multi-style, plastic, every surface is being used, but not ice and water.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen what ice does when it is used in last week's map. It was an absolute fiesta. But yeah, we are approaching the end of this map. There was a little sector with like very slow-paced grass. A couple transitional jumps, like kind of RPG or platformy. And yeah, most of the turns are rather slow. And that is the track, an almost 3-minute map built by Clear Vision. So let's have a look at the players in the server. It is Tuxon is in, Intux is in, Dennis is in, Hav is in. We have a couple good players. I did hear Loso is not attending today.
Oh.
He is a little bit busy. Unfortunately, Yannex almost missed it as well, as the schedule was updated quite late. Or yeah, quite late, because we didn't know the schedule for the World Cup. But we could squeeze in this race. So hopefully the numbers of players is not going to be super, super low. But we will see in the end. It looks like the flying lap. We have had this issue before as well, where Mapper puts 0 laps on the thingy.
That's all right.
But it should be fine in the actual race. No flying lap for today.
Agreed.
We have
it's good.
opening times here, 3:16 as the opening time from Nick Sobi, who participated in the qualifier yesterday as well. Don't think he did that good, but still, hey, you're top 32. You are top 32 in the world.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players did not play. I mean,
yeah, what do you think about that? Like, what is the reason for it? Like, I think it stems down to the map pack being released super late.
Yeah.
Or map pack being this difficult as it is.
But then Lingo, for example, right? Really trying to qualify. Don't get why he's not playing. Afi, I get. I mean, he had won the jackpot this year, playing 1 tournament, getting 4th and winning the raffle, and living the closest. So that's really cool for him. But I mean, I would have loved to see Afi playing, for example. And also, I mean, Elcon is Elcon, right? He does not want to play those competitive events only when he really feels them. Yeah, and others, I mean, maybe they already did not really see any chance of qualifying. But I think that's the wrong mentality kind of going into it, because Pupu also played, for example.
I feel like that is a mentality that Trackmania players have a lot. The oh, I cannot win, so I'm not participating anyway mentality. I think this is a huge factor.
But how can you get better?
A lot of players not trying tournaments.
Yeah, but you cannot really improve otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. You really need to have that drive. I mean, like, if you know, okay, I'm gonna be up against Carl Jr., Massa, and Granadi, like, why would you start playing or trying, right? If you are, I mean, let's say it's you at your skill level. Like, what's the point, right?
Yeah, but
why would you even try?
For me, it was always an honor to play against those opponents, and if I then win a round, which sometimes happens, you know, it's a good feeling, and I can then maybe cope the pressure a bit better, because I already, like, let's say cup of the day, right? When I'm in the top 8, I'm getting super nervous still, right? Because I'm not experienced in those kind of competitive situations. And the more I would play those tournaments, of course, I'm a caster, I would become better at handling the pressure and just drive my best, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the only way to learn is to face opponents that are quicker than you, right?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's also IRL, be the dumbest in the room, right? And you learn something. It's a good thing.
True. But let's check the leaderboards, because second or third run should be coming in right here. And it's looking like Ryuax takes first place now with a 3-minute 5-second time. And not far behind is Willux. But we do see times are getting quicker and quicker as players are learning the route here. As it is a 3-minute map, it takes a lot of focus to memorize, you know, what turn comes after what turn. So that is definitely the task. Like, the map difficulty is quite low, but the length is what makes it difficult. Yeah,
and the length really matters in that way. That is for sure.
That's true.
As well with the thickness of the pancakes, but that's a different story. The author time is 2 minutes 55, so still 10 seconds to gain. I expect players to maybe beat that during the qualifier, but of course they can only go for 5 laps if they watch the GPS, you know. They have then 5 clean laps or 5 laps to drive, because you always have to go back to the start. But I'm currently just following Taxon's learn curve here right now, because he just set a 3:08 in the previous lap, and he's on a good time. He's 1.4 seconds ahead, and manages to gain some time over the first minute of his run. So this is not looking too bad for Taxon, as he was attending, I think, all endurance races up until this point. I maybe missed 1 or 2 of them, but very cool to see an older face and also a fellow OK boy back on track, right? Because he was off the radar for quite a bit.
Yep. I'm watching TJ right now at the no braking zone, and you can just see the moment Trackmania players cannot use the brakes, they become like really awkward.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know how to take turns. It's kind of funny to see. And it's kind of hilarious, actually. Like, the better you are at the game, when there's a no steering part, you all of a sudden play so weirdly, but that playstyle is kind of normal to newer players, right? Because a new player doesn't use the brake. Instead, they just release. So it's like the complete opposite of what happens.
Or they go for a no slide instead, and then they just release a bit longer. Yeah, that's for sure. But
exactly.
TJ definitely lost some time there before the turnaround in the ring.
Yep.
So that was like a lot of time lost. So you want to avoid that mistake. Also, the entry into that turn, not that good, but he's still learning and is improving here by 16 seconds by the looks of it. So not too bad from Thomas.
Be a good improvement.
Who also
looks like Intux. Look at that time.
Oh yeah, 3 minutes already. Very good. Still a time, still not a time below 3 minutes, but I sure think that this is going to come. And look at that, Thomas Shaw, even though he made that severe mistake, he is on 5th position right now, just behind Milmi, Roadtracks, iTitch, and Intux, of course, who is right now 1st. And also, is Elcon playing? I wonder.
Yeah, Elcon is playing. He is currently sitting, what is he doing? He is on a 3:12 personal best, but he is currently 8 seconds in front of that and 1 whole second in front of Intux. So if Elcon can bring this qualifying run home, that is going to be a 1st place on the leaderboard so far. And it's going to be interesting to see if anyone is able to challenge Elcon. Like normally we see Loso, who is like pretty much the rival in all of the previous races, but we do have you know, people like Lingo, Intux, Taxon. They can definitely drive fast as well. But can they drive Elcon fast?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Look at those lines from Elcon, already so confident, pushing it so much, and it's 2 seconds ahead of Intux now, gaining 1 second while you were speaking towards him. Also different approach here, going a bit wider to set up nicely for that drift, and that's good speed for that sector as well. Not perfect, but still enough to jump clean into the ring. And yeah, only 40 seconds of track left, and I think this could be a 2:57 even if Elcon gets a really good ending, but this was an awkward turn from him. Lost a bit of time there, but still enough to still be quite far ahead of Intux. 2.3 seconds it is, and Elcon certainly on a banger as I mean, only 8 minutes left. That's 2 laps. That's not too much.
I feel like Elcon is like eyeballing, you know, the wheel hook at the plastic section there. Like that is such an Elcon thing to do, to just full speed it into that plastic corner wheel hook, because he has done it in the past, right? On the Wizzy map, he has done the wheel hook in the end as well. But look at that time, a 2:57.123. That is very, very quick.
Yeah, very good. Very good time from Elcon. Also a bit of chatting from him. Waypoint map, no flying. Complaining about that, but of course that's just the Elcon banter, right? But I think with that he is locked into Division 1. There's, I think,
for sure.
There's no way that he's dropping out of that. So still like top 10 on the server. It's 11 seconds of a gap. Right now Dennis sitting on 10th position with a 3:08. And I think with that time, he could also be in Division 1. How many players do we have playing actually right now?
It's like 160, I think.
Okay. Not too bad.
Similar to last week. So we're going to most likely have 30-player divisions for today's race. And the laps will be about, I think Division 1 will do 17 laps. And just for us, we have about 3 minutes in between divisions finishing, so we gotta keep that in mind. Keep the yapping when we hop on servers to about 2 to 3 minutes, so we don't miss other divisions finishing.
Yeah, we can do that. We can manage that. Also, Kanjika playing here, of course. Also very active in Trackmania. Has improved a lot. Came from a full speed background, but branched out into multi-style as well, and got very, very frequently into Division 1. And had good results in the endurance race as well. So looking forward to see him in Division 1. With that time, he definitely is going to do so. 3:02.145. That is enough for top 7. So good job from Kanjika. Very nice.
And I'm just waiting for someone to join Elcon in the sub 3 minute crew. But it is Yannex who is getting closer. Also, in the ending, you have this big penalty grass section, and I saw Elcon do this wiggle trick where, you know, it was bouncing a little bit more on the penalty grass to not have 4-wheel ground contact, because that will slow you down even more. So these small little tricks help Elcon gain a lot more time compared to the others that don't do these.
Yeah, similar to Roll Cage, that is a map in the map pack of the World Cup. Similar to that, you need to avoid contact on penalty surface, and well, I mean, it's Elcon. Obviously, he goes for that, and I really wonder if he goes for tricks like that, because he has a 3-second gap, and I think he's getting faster. But who's also getting faster is Lingo. So Lingo with a good time here as well. The second time below 3 minutes, so 2:58. Oh, the third one. Yeah, never mind. Villux also set a good time here.
Yep.
True that. True. At the same time.
So, I mean, that is promising for like a good race in Division 1 at least. Like, Elcon set this 2:57 rather quick, so we do know Elcon is a very quick learner, and that's also the reason why he most often tops the leaderboard in the endurance race. But also, on top of that, he is really good at driving consistent, and it's a rare skill to have, to be a quick learner and also be able to do those times that you put in as consistent as he does.
Yeah.
But we do have Willux and Lingo getting under the 3-minute mark. Let's see if more will join. There's only 4.5 minutes remaining.
That's one lap.
So that means, that means 1 lap. So if you're currently driving a lap, you got to decide, are you going to reset or are you going to continue your current run? And I'm watching Intux, who is currently driving on PB pace. So this could be the sub 3 minutes for Intux if he continues this run.
Yeah, good sector there, holding the gear over the plastic and having a lot of speed throughout that sector. Right now, even in first position, the checkpoint. Well done right now, but of course now, does he know the entirety of the map? Maybe has reset somewhere here and has like 6-7 more attempts on that sector compared to the other one, but this is still looking very good for him, as he is still leading and 1 second ahead, so this could definitely be a time below 3 minutes. But Elcon's ending was super fast. He has gained a lot of time there, and I think Intux also forgot about that turn a little bit, but also Elcon did not really get it too good.
Forgot about that drift. And here we go then, the NASCAR-ish part, the no braking zone. That looks good, but it's not as good as Elcon, and here you can see once again releasing way too much.
Yeah, that's
Intux
too much.
does not have the feeling yet. And let's see the checkpoint. Yeah, lost 0.5 there in comparison to Elcon.
But good entry into the dirts. Still on a good time. I mean, it's hard to really match the pace from Elcon. We talk about one of the best fast learners out there. So,
and that's
unlucky.
Is over and out. Doesn't have enough time to start a new run either.
But good save.
Intux will stay on 6th place, but this might be like, Elcon might see this, or the others might see this, and they're like, damn, Intux is like 3 seconds behind. He doesn't have the pace. So maybe it's like a strategic play here.
Yeah, and I mean, now he knows that he has to save that corner. It could also happen that maybe Elcon is getting jump scared by that. But to be honest, Intux still on the run. If he maybe has made a mistake in his PB in the end, and he's only 1 second behind, he could still improve.
True.
Even though he has flipped his car. But let's see if it's going to be enough. 0.4 behind only.
He gained a lot, actually.
So a lot of potential there for Intux, and let's see if he's going to improve or not. Oh, this will be close, but still a 3:01.
It's close.
Good time. He lost like 3 to 4 seconds with that turnover. So good run from Intux regardless, if we exclude that mistake.
So what are we thinking? Consistent pace in Division 1 is going to be 2:58? 59?
Yeah, something like this. I think so. Maybe Elcon...
I think it's definitely sub 3 minutes.
Yeah, maybe Elcon drives 2:56 pace, 2:55.
Yeah.
And probably beats the Auto Medal.
Yeah, the flying lap ain't that, much of a difference. It is probably like it has to be like at least a second, I think. Because you drive through the penalty grass.
True.
Yeah, it must be like a second. Not too much. So, yeah, we probably will see like a record time of like 2:55. Maybe even faster if they figure out some better approaches. We do have Tucson improving, and Tucson jumps below the 3-minute mark. Also, Lingo slightly improved to a 2:57.49. So, Lingo might be the challenger for Elcon in today's race.
Yeah, good time there from Lingo all along, but all 7 times on the leaderboard in the top ranking are below 3 minutes, so that is very good to see that players are still somewhat close together. I mean, 180 seconds of racing and only 2 seconds are spreading them apart after 20 minutes of learning, so this is not too bad. And as we have alluded to beforehand as well, the map is not too hard. It's just the length that makes it hard to learn.
Elcon might get the 256 here. Yep, he does. Just at the end of the timer, the 256.88 comes in from Elcon. And that is qualifier over for the 11th race of the endurance race map by Clear Vision. Honestly, one of my favorite this season. I really like the style, the scenery. I think the map is very drivable for, you know, the majority of players. And yeah, very well done by Clear Vision. Sarkara.
Yeah, it feels like an old school map in this way, right? A map that we could have seen in Trackmania 2 as well, of course, if we exclude reactor boosts and all those shenanigans. But it feels very much straightforward. Good map, so good job, Clear Vision, of building a map. And yeah, I think the penultimate map is delivering. But also the map in 2 weeks, I think we're gonna end it with a bang, if we can already say it like that.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We will see about that. But here we go then. 170 players apparently have clocked in a time. And now we have the actual race coming up. 30 people per division. Each division will drive a different amount of laps. 17 laps for Division 1. And then the bottom division will do 10 laps, I believe. So overall, everyone will drive roughly, you know, 45 to an hour, including the time attack quali. So that is exactly what is happening. It looks like all the players have joined in Division 1, and we will start in 2 minutes time.
Yeah, very cool. Everybody joining in fast. There's not the one guy who is delaying the race. That is very nice. So 17 laps in Division 1 it is. And I mean, safe bet would be Elcon to win. He was dominating so much, and his skill level is just unmatched on those maps. It will be very hard to beat him. But maybe we're gonna see an upset. Maybe a mistake from Elcon where he has to respawn. But even then, I mean, just last race with a cut, how far ahead he was in the end. It was incredible.
Incredible. I mean, that was a cinema tier endurance race with Marius taking the lead and then being hunted by Elcon for 7 rounds, and then eventually Marius crashing. That was it was awesome to see for sure.
Yeah, the mistake was so fun as well from our perspective.
Yes.
It looked so good. Oh, that was really cool. But yeah, Loso not here today, so one competitor out for the top 5 or even top 3 in this way. And yeah, will all races count towards the final score, or will it only be 10 races? It will be 10, right?
10. Yeah. So Elcon has already missed 2, so he kind of has to play.
Yeah, if he wants to win.
Yeah, I mean, he is first right now with about, I think, if I remember, 40 points ahead of Loso. Yannex is in 3rd place, and Yannex is also playing today, so Yannex could gain some valuable points out of today's race.
Yeah, definitely, and just lock in his 3rd position. I think will be hard to
Intax, however, is 4th. Who is close by as well. So Intax versus Yannex might be the battle that is gonna happen for that 3rd position in the end. Kind of want to have the podium after playing almost 12 weeks.
So let's focus on that battle today as well, on Intax and Yannex, that's for sure. And also see if Elcon is going to win in a dominant fashion again. And I want to see his pace. It's always so almost mesmerizing to watch Elcon driving effortlessly through the map, and the development as well. He then pushes lap after lap a bit more and a bit more. It's just great to see. But here we go. We are starting on Sakara, the penultimate map of the endurance race. Let's go. Good luck, have fun. 30 players per division. 17 laps are being played in Division 1. And we have still 1 minute of warm-up before we are going live.
Man, if Elcon is dominating this again, I mean, he will for sure be like very highly ranked in endurance, in the endurance style for sure. I remember back in the days during the Frostwheel weekly eras, it was always Sundar and Race Hans who were deemed like really, really good. And what was his name? Speed You Need was also really, really good. But I feel like right now we have this era where Elcon is like really showcasing that he is like an insane endurance race player. I mean, even if we think about the 24-hour races, right? He is always having super, super high pace. So yeah, for sure, he's like almost my top player for endurance.
Yeah, definitely. And like no one can challenge him other than Loso, but the only opponent from Elcon is himself of maybe pushing too much and making an unnecessary mistake. So here we go. We are starting. Good luck. And yeah, I mean, Speed You Need, a name that I have not heard in a long time.
Yeah, that is an old school name. Very, very old school. I'm even surprised I remembered it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think he was
same
in
as
EK.
Same as Triple X.
Yeah,
Do you know a funny story about Triple X? Or maybe you don't know Triple X actually.
I've heard that name. I've heard that name, but I've not. I think not.
It was in Team Mythic first, and then he joined Dignitas. And the moment he joined Dignitas, his name was actually XXX, right? Small X, big X, small X. And then he was forced to change his name because, you know, XXX is like kind of a sexual nickname to have. So he had to change it to Triple X, like writing it out, you know, triple and then the big X afterwards. It was kind of funny. And it's not the first time that when a player joined the Dignitas Trackmania lineup, they were forced to change their nickname, actually.
Yeah, who was the other players, though?
There was another one named Darky.
Yeah, I know that player.
A great tech player, and they also had to change their name because, well, Darky, it wasn't deemed that nice of a nickname. So he had to change his name.
How was he called then?
Fuck, I can't remember. Darky changed to was it Jono? Really?
To Brownie. Wow.
Yeah, maybe it was John. Yeah, it was Jono. He changed to Jono. Yeah, it was Jono actually. Yeah, Darky changed to Jono.
Oh, okay, Jono. I mean, he was then going into sim racing afterwards, right?
Yeah. That was his switch.
Dude, look at Elcon already.
Yeah, I can't even see him. I'm currently watching Rotrax, his POV, but Elcon has already acquired a 1.5 second lead by just 2 minutes of yapathoning. Like, this is just typical Elcon. But the map, like we have mentioned it before, the map ain't that difficult either, right? It's a straightforward map, and on these easy going maps, it is definitely Elcon who is cooking. But look at the players behind. Are you seeing this?
Yeah,
there's like 9 players right behind.
It's like Elcon is having nitro or something. It's crazy. Like, does he have a better car or something? It's insane. Like how good Elcon is. Wow.
But look behind.
Incredible.
Willux is trailing in second, but then we have Yannex, Intax, Hyom, Rodrex, Ice, Lingo, Liker. Like it's 8 players who are just battling for that second place right now.
Yeah,
and,
it's incredible.
Hopefully, like I'm saying, hopefully Elcon makes some blunders here so we can have an even crazier fight.
I hope so as well. Let's see the time from Elcon as the first step. It's a 2:56 already. So what a time. And well, with that he improved this. I think it was a better 2:56 that he just drove now. And of course
he had
now,
a 2:56.8.
And now we have a flying lap, so it will be even faster by the looks of it. And yeah, right now I'm still following Rotrax, who gives us a very good POV.
It's like,
it's very good.
We have the perfect view to see up front. Like this is the top 10 that we are watching right now, and they're still sticking close by. We see a little gap here and there, just some better drifting from a few drivers. But yeah, Elcon, look at that. He's like one full turn in front already. Oh, and a big
ice.
mistake there. That is ice. So 1 of the 10 has dropped out.
Yeah, and it will probably not be the last player who is taking a line a bit more risky, or maybe did not remember the turn accordingly. There's a lot of things that you can mess up, but Roadtrack still doing great on 7th position. Lingo on 6th though, so he needs to maybe push the pedal a bit more. Yannick's and Hayom fighting it out right now for P number 3, if I see that correctly. And Hayom also did really good throughout the season. He was, I think he's in top 5 or like top 10, something like that.
Yeah.
He's very highly ranked.
Yeah, I remember, not yesterday. Last week he had a really good time attack seeding, and then failed a little bit on the map because, I mean, the map difficulty was much higher. But right now, once again, a early good start. And we have seen this many times. This is the thing with endurance races. You have the players that are strong in the first like quarter or first half of the race, and then they start to slowly fade away. Maybe exhaustion, you know, fatigue kicks in after driving for about 40 minutes. It is a normal thing that occurs, and I do believe that Hayom is one of those players that always starts off really good and then fades away a little bit later on.
Yeah, fatigue could set in here. But what's also really important is, I think, if you make a mistake in your PB lap, just finish it. You know, get to know those parts, because you have to play the map, you have to play it regardless for 17 laps. And it's, I mean, of course, it does matter if you're like very close of reaching Division 1. But if you're like top 8 or something like this, just finish the lap and try to get used to the map. So that's very important, as Lingo now moves up to 2nd place. I was talking about that he was on 7th, but now he's on 2nd, so good job. But Elcon 4 seconds ahead already here after like almost 2 laps. That is just incredible to see.
And he's also 4.5 seconds on the flying lap run right here. So this is gonna be a 2:51 maybe.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Ooh, and look at that fancy ending. Once again, utilizing the wiggle of the car to, you know, get across the penalty grass faster. And a 2:51.47 is the flying lap time. So, I mean, I was very far off with my guess, not gonna lie.
Yeah, like Elcon is, again, just blowing our expectations yet again. He is how far ahead? 4 seconds. You cannot I'm spectating Elcon. You can hardly see the players in the checkpoints coming up afterwards, because he's just so good on this map. It's incredible, and he's on another banger. He's 0.4 ahead yet again. So Elcon might be on a 250 even, or something like this, if he continues like that. And as I said, Elcon is just gradually getting faster in every lap, and is thinking like, oh, maybe I can do a bug set here, maybe I can do a wheel hook or something like this. And Elcon is not only doing them, but he's successfully doing those and gains time with that. So Elcon on another great lap. And well, Lingo and Yannick's on 2nd and 3rd. Can only pray that Elcon makes a mistake to win that race.
Yeah, exactly. Like that is pretty much like Elcon. His worst enemy is Elcon, right?
Yeah.
He is just battling himself. Like, is he gonna get too eager when he sees, oh my god, minus 0.8? Let's just full send this NASCAR turn. And then full hits in the wall. That is pretty much how Elcon is playing this race. Currently, I'm on board with Tucson, who is in the bottom 10 of this division. Currently, about almost 14 seconds behind 1st place. So Tucson is struggling a little bit on this track. But of course, we have 30 people per division, so the skill level is much more jam-packed with the fewer amount of players. And Tucson still in a top 20 position is really good. And most often, Tucson starts off kind of slow, and he's like that opposite. He starts off slow, but then the more he plays the map, the better he gets at it. And then later on, he ends up in like a top 10 placement. So Tucson is one of those players that, you know, is the opposite of what we earlier talked about with Hayom.
Yeah, and look at the large group in front of Tucson here. He did not really lose time to Elcon. Maybe Elcon made a small mistake or something like that, or Tucson just had a very good part. But as we were speaking, Tucson, he gained 2 positions and maybe made a mistake in the start or something like that. This can always happen, and still being only 13 seconds behind is nothing if you put it in the grand scheme of things. if you then avoid mistakes. As we see, both All-Surf members are now almost getting overtaken by Taxon, and they actually will, because he has much more speed in this sector. Good line there from the German, and now going up to P number 17. Let's see what Elkon's time will be, if he's improving yet again, or if he made a mistake. I think he did not improve, no, so he has made a mistake by the looks of it, so that explains why Taxon gained, I think, 1 second towards Elkon.
Yeah, so that mistake, I mean, if Elkon can do about 17 more of those, then we'll have like 1 second mistake every lap. Still means that he's gonna be first by a long shot if he keeps up the pace. But yeah, Taxon doing 2:54, so that is you know, 3 seconds slower compared to Elkon. But if we have a look at the gap now, Lingo in second place, 4 seconds behind. I mean, it's not too big of a gap, I would say. Like, Lingo definitely could pick up the pace. Best lap of a 2:52, so is definitely in like arm's reach of the pace from Elkon. In third place, it looks like it is Yannex, who is about almost 7 seconds behind. It looks like it's 1 second between every single player, like the more we go down the bracket. It is Rotrex, who is in fourth place, having a close fight with Liker, who is right on his heels. And we are lap 4 out of 17 in Division 1.
Yeah, and Atich also doing pretty good on P6. He had a good seeding as well, so he got into the groove of things. But also, it seems like Lingo also found the rhythm and is able to just keep up with the pace from Elkon and didn't really lose too much time. I mean, we had a battle between Lingo and Yannex in lap number 3 and 2 it was, but it's now it's 3.5 seconds between them. And good to see that fight here for P6 right now between Willux, Hayom and Itich, but Willux with a mistake, losing some time on that no-break sector. And Itich is gaining a position with that. Now the Germans fighting it out for P6, but Itich with a mistake going into the dirt sector. So not easy to judge that with the penalty surface just layered before that. And 11 minutes of driving, so maybe we can go into the lower divisions and check them out.
Yes, sir. Let's hop on to Division 6 it is. So Division 6 will be driving, I believe, 10 laps.
Yep,
I am correct. So let's have a look at the status in this server. We have the leading person, Midbooz, is currently leading here with a best lap of 3 minutes and 12 seconds. The average lap not too far behind.
Very good.
3 minutes 14 seconds. So, oh no, got a massive lag spike as we joined in. But it looks like Midbooz is having a 14 second advantage to Roger Rabia, who has a better lap time, but the average lap is much slower. So this is a thing that we see, that we have noticed in the lower divisions. It's a lot of people having those, you know, really fast laps just once or twice, but then the average lap is so far behind. And the more we go up in the division, we see the gap between best lap and average lap closing a lot.
Yep. So the average, I mean, a best lap wins you the lap, but an average lap wins you the race, or the average in this way wins you the race. And Roger Rabia had to respawn. He was catching up a bit, but now he concedes that second position for now. It is Wins who has overtaken him. The player from Norway is 3 checkpoints behind Midbooz though. So Midbooz with a good race, and also he has a better lap than him. A 3:10 it is. But the average, as we said, is more important than the best lap as Midbooz goes into the wall there. So this could still be a good fight happening because fatigue could set in. Maybe you forget the map and Midbooz goes for a respawn, goes into the hole. What is going on here with Midbooz? Completely brain lagging right now. And that was a huge time loss from him. And the others are certainly coming a bit closer as let's see how far behind Wins is with that. I think he gained like 5 seconds with this.
There's a really good battle for 14th and 13th position that you should definitely check out. It is high octane gameplay right here. 2 players have decided to go for the reverse strategy It is Fred Wolf versus Purple.
Oh my god,
Oh
Fred
my-
Wolf!
Good timing.
That was good. That was good.
Really good time. But the map looks like kind of playable in reverse with all the dirt and the grass. So let's see if they can finish the entire map. I think they might actually be able to finish it. They lose about a minute per lap. And there is 10 minutes of finish timeout. So they might actually just be able to finish it. But yeah, we'll see and have a look at that. Midbus is currently leading this. Roger Rabia has gotten dangerously close, actually. Only 4 seconds of a gap right now. And Wins is 9 seconds behind. So that is the top 3 on the division number 6. Let's have a look at the status in division 5.
But you have to think about it because there's a no break sector, so that means they have to like double respawn there and then drive it normally because you cannot drive over that with no brakes, obviously. So they lose more and more time, or like guaranteed time. Yeah, with that.
Wait, can't you just drive over the block and then not hold reverse?
Yeah, but I think your car is like losing too much speed for it to work. Maybe.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. All right, so division number 5 will play 12 laps, so slightly longer gameplay for division 5. And if we look at the best lap and average lap, we already see a massive jump in pace here. But Friedzuel, Fried did really good last week as well, right? Did he win his division last week? I can't remember.
I think he was in top 3, yeah.
The name rings a bell, though.
Yeah.
The name for sure rings a bell. So Fried is leading this race, but it's much closer. Look at the Blafeather in second, 1.5 seconds behind. So given the map's length, we still have some good races going on for the top places here, Turbo.
Yeah, and then the Pang is on P number 3, and it's very close. All 3 of them are in the same checkpoint and only 4 seconds apart. So that is a good fight here in lap number 5. So very nice seeing that. And we have an overtake for that first position right now as Blafeather took over the lead from the French player Friedzulia. I think it's pronounced like that. Fried. Yeah.
Fried. Yeah, let's go.
Let's call him Fried. It's better.
Yep. So the top 3 here is also up for grabs. So Division 6 is quite gaming. Division 5 is gaming for top 3. Like, very uncertain who is winning this because there's only a gap of 3.5 seconds. And, you know, mistakes happen way more often in the lower divisions than they do in the upper ones. So this could still be... Oh, Lapine makes a crash in the ending. And,
it's so close.
It is going to be a very exciting photo finish, most likely, on this. And look at the race, though, at the top. Blafeather versus Fried. It is 0.2 of a second. So let's keep that in mind for when we come back to check out who wins this this division. They have entered the halfway point, lap 6 out of 12.
Yeah, and also Blafeather with a good best lap of a 3:03. So... I also wanted to mention that's a pretty fast lap, but of course he needs to work on his consistency. You should avoid those mistakes, and fatigue is playing a big role on that. To focus for like 30 minutes straight, it can be very hard. But let's go into Division 4. We have Kachen on that 3rd position, batting it out with...
so close! The battle for second is like insane.
It's crazy.
Oh my god, Kodiak is leading. I bet Kodiak is feeling the nerves. Might also be listening to the stream right now. Is maybe even driving HUD off. So extra pressure has been added on Kodiak. 4.5 seconds of a lead. But the battle for second place, Cryptors, Kachen, and Isabs are all within 1 second. Going into lap number 6 as this division plays 13 laps, so 1 extra lap for this division. And Kodiak has lost 2 seconds the moment we started talking, so maybe we have to, you know, watch a little bit of Kodiak pace here. 3:01 is the best lap, and a 3:04 of an average lap. That is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like if we recall the, you know, the opening rounds for Division 1 players was about 3 minutes. So this is very, very good so far. as the drifts are coming through, and holds on to that 3.5-second lead.
It's a 2-second lead actually, because
2 seconds
he
now.
lost a bit of time. Yeah, he lost a bit of time. So Kachen coming closer, but Kodiak certainly not driving bad. Best and average lap are on par, only 3 seconds apart. So good to see that from the German, that he tries to drive consistent and not go out of his comfort zone. But Kachen, of course, also known to be fast. And look who's coming closer. The Czech player is trying to go into the lead, but I mean, a mistake has to be avoided. Kodiak probably XCD shaking right now with the stream open, hat off, fully focused. He should not make a mistake there.
Yep. But it is the halfway point of the race, so that is the thing. Can Kodiak hold on to this pace for another 6 laps after this one, right? And, if you are a player like Kachen and you see like, oh my god, I am gaining every single checkpoint. I am pushing. I am keeping pushing. And, a mistake can happen way easier in that scenario than when you are just trying to drive safe and survive the round.
Yeah, but it seems like Kachen's lines are much more confident, especially on the no-brake sector. He gained half a second on that. So he is getting dangerously close towards Kodiak, almost touched the wall there, and maybe even did slightly, but did not lose him too much time. But the gears are now a big problem, and now entering the RPG-ish section on this map. Kachen and Kodiak are now neck and neck. It's point 2. Oh, but Kachen doesn't get the checkpoint, and he has to
time loss.
He has to go up again. That's a huge time loss from Kachen, and all of that. The catch-up work from him is now have to be redone for him, so he's dropping down to P3. ISEBS took over that second position here in lap number 6.
All that effort for 2.5 minutes straight, pushing it. And I mean, that's what I said, right? If you are pushing it too much, a mistake happens much more often. But let's remember it, Kodiak, ISEBS, and Kachen in that top 3 battle as we go into Division 3. To have a quick status check on this one, as we have Sabian leading this division with about 12.5 seconds, but then once again we have a fight for second place. Second and third seems to be the battle that we see occurring the most here. Nirfu and Revans only 4/10 apart from each other as they go into lap number 8 out of 14.
Also good best lap here from Revans, 2:58. So we're getting gradually faster in Division 3. I mean, that's what we were expecting, obviously, but good fight that is brewing up here in lap number 8. So they play 14 laps, they play 1 additional lap in comparison to Division 4, and they're still inseparable here, only 0.2 of a second. And Sabian, by the looks of it, playing a very good race, 13 seconds ahead. That is a good performance so far. And behind that, the gaps are a bit bigger, I would say. 20 seconds is Toast Me behind the leader. And then we have an even larger gap from Solmir towards the leader of almost 30 seconds. So they need to get into the groove of things. And I also see that the average lap is not on par with the best lap. So maybe mistakes do happen a bit more frequent in this regards. But still, good race from the players so far. And I hope that they can keep it up. And also König Kugel, he made it. He has installed the game, he plays, and he is on P6. So good to see that as well.
Yep, nice. Sabian's best lap, 257.5, is really good. And I think that could even, challenge some Division 2 players. So let's have a look at Sabian. Nirfu, Revans is the top 3. Is Revans able to pass Nirfu for that second place in a couple laps time? We will find out. Let's have a check up on Division 2, and then we can make a little bit of a guess of how far ahead is Elcon in Division 1.
Yeah, guys, write that in the chat already. I want to see your predictions, and let's see who's right with that. As I see Gave in here as well, of course, currently doing a subathon as well. I think it has not ended so far, so you guys can leave some support there as well. Wholesome streams. You really like to see that, and he is currently on P number 14, but currently leading. It is Nitrofaint. Behind him is Picking Ant, and then we have Tefs on P number 3, and they're all
Look at that gap from first to second. It's only 1.5 seconds. That is not a whole lot going into lap number 9 out of 15. There's not a whole lot of track left for Peking End to, fight back. And let me have a look. 252.9 best lap.
Wow.
Versus what is a Nitrophane doing? 253.8. And the average from Nitrophane is also much slower. So in the long run, if this is the pace that they will, remain in the last 6 laps, it is going to be a Peking End who will eventually pass him. So, a couple laps to go.
Yeah, very good best lap though from Peking End. The B2 driver has also, I think he has not won Division 1 just yet. I think he was so close of winning that, but I'm not quite certain about it. But he's a very good player, knows how to handle pressure and is experienced in that way. But all the same goes with Nitrophane, of course. But it's only 1 second, so we might see an overtake here very soon. Maybe even before lap 10, but they still have to play 5 more laps, including lap 10, of course. So this will be very interesting to see if if Peking End will maybe walk away with it, or if he makes a mistake, because the average, 4 seconds, give or take, behind his best lap, so maybe he has made some mistakes here and there. Maybe in the no break, maybe he pushes a bit too much there.
Yeah, every single turn. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the. I'm not even gonna finish my sentence. I was about to praise him for gaining like a tenth every single turn, but then he just lost like 2 seconds.
Unlucky.
So we'll move on to Division 2 here, and we'll remember that battle that happens in Division 2. So let's have a look at the damage. What are we looking at? We have actually hold up, Turbo. Elcon in first place, only leading by 1.4 seconds to Lingo. Now, is Elcon trolololing, or is this just Lingo driving good? Let's have a look at the best lap versus average lap. 251.59 for Lingo, average 253.29. What does Elcon have?
A 250.9, I think it was. Yeah, and the average is a 253.032. So I think it is Lingo who's actually gaming, and Elcon maybe making some slight mistakes, plus 1.8 seconds in this lap. So maybe something has happened along the way, maybe just a misalignment in 1 or 2 sectors where Elcon lost some time, but it's 1 second. So Lingo, a worthy opponent in this race by the looks of it, as Yannick's, look how far behind he is, 10 seconds. So he lost an additional, I think it was 6 seconds towards Elcon. And Lingo,
not too much actually.
Yeah, but I mean it's all right. But Lingo really is in the groove of things, and I hope that he can keep it up and is not rage quitting or something like this.
Yeah, it is lap 10 out of 17, so we still have quite a long way to go here. Not gonna lie, it's not over until that lap counter says 17 out of 17, and you actually cross that finish line. So. One thing I might have noticed is Elcon might keep the gears better in the plastic section, and Lingo struggling a little bit. Yeah, loses about 6/10 already in just that plastic part alone to Elcon. So the gap is growing a little bit, but Lingo definitely, showing that he is capable of battling Elcon, who at the start said, "Where is Loso?" I mean, you got Lingo right behind you.
The Lingo replacement, here it is. He got subbed in, and it seems like Lingo's first part of the map is a bit weaker than the one from Elcon, but here he really gains time by the looks of it. I mean, he's a really fast and risky player and is willing to take those risks in this sector. 2.1 seconds he is behind, but of course one mistake from Elcon and everything could change, and Lingo could go into the lead. This will be an interesting situation though. They we've also seen last week, but of course we had that cut, so Elcon was just absolutely dominating in there, but Lingo not slowing down, not losing any time on that checkpoint, and actually gained 0.1 here in that sector. So let's see what Lingo can do. I think he was 0.8 behind his best lap at the start, where he has made a mistake, and now he's only 0.3 behind. So Lingo on another good lap here by the looks of it, definitely not slowing down. Good turnaround there as well, and I think we're in for an exciting fight in Division 1 for that first position. That is very good to see, Spam.
Yeah, let's have a look at some of the other fights that are happening right behind. Let's, oh my god, a three-way battle here between Rotrax, Intax, and Liker, who are all driving like within a second of each other. So top 4 placement is not set in stone yet, as we are approaching lap number 11 right now for almost every single player. And I'm interested in Tucson. Yes, look at that. Just like I mentioned, Tucson now has moved closer to the top 10, and this is like the Tucson strategy. He starts off kind of slow, but then starts to ramp up. I remember the last time we checked the position from Tucson, he was in 20th place, 21st, something like that. And slowly but surely, Tucson is making his way into that top 10 placement. And if we check the distance between the person in front of him and behind, it is not gonna be made easy here. Whoa. As Tomskan gets a really good ending here.
Yeah, Tomskan with a very good overtake there in this sector, but Tucson with a much better drift setup here into lap number 11. And I mean, Tucson, I think we were spectating him, he was on 21st, but then he overtook 4 players in that lap when we were focusing on him. And now Atich, Maxwek, Hayom are all not too far away, and Tucson with a great performance here, like a diesel engine. It needs a bit of time to heaten up and get into the groove of things. You know, maybe Tucson's also old. The reflexes are not there. The fast zoning is not there. Who knows? Who knows? But good performance regardless. I think a top 10 is definitely reachable for him, if not even more. Right? Maybe he could go outside there, but maybe it doesn't feel it like this. If you make a mistake on those outside corners, you can lose a lot of time. So opting for that safer approach might be a good way of avoiding mistakes. So good decision making there from Tucson. Still 11th position, but Atich not too far ahead of him. And well, still a good fight here all along in that top 10 sector.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at Elcon, and he has done a best lap of 250.98. That is like insanely fast. And right now is even a little bit faster, going for another improvement on his already insane pace.
Oh my god.
Super clean driving, the outside lines. I mean, it's very fascinating to see these type of dirt turns, because back in the day, we never had any of those type of turns at all. It was very bumpy and unsmooth, but here it's like you're kissing the wall every single turn.
Yeah, the game feels much more blocky in this way and not that unsmooth anymore, as Alcon just gained 0.2 in the turnover. Oof. So he's on a great time. I don't think it can be a 249. I think for that he has to absolutely risk the ending, but it could be a 250 mid from Elcon, and look at those lines going so close to every corner there. He really wants to set a new PB, and that probably also is the world record. I doubt that everybody was able to beat that time already. Half a second ahead he is, and not too much track left here for Elcon, exiting this one here very smoothly as well. And this is still an improvement though, but only by 0.2. He lost 0.3 in the ending. So maybe something for the next laps for Elcon to eyeball, that he can drive a faster time.
And Lingo has made a mistake, unfortunately for Lingo, because the ending from Elcon wasn't good at all. And if Lingo had managed to keep the pace, he would have caught up. But we just got ding-donged that Division 6 is approaching their final lap of today's race. And let's have a look if the players who were in first and second and third are still the leading people here. It looks like Midbus has gotten a massive advantage, actually. Wow. That is a 1 minute of a time gain from when we left. That is a big difference. In second place, it is Wins. And Roger Rabia has dropped down to third now. So Roger Rabia was in second, if my memory serves me well. And now looking for a third place finish in today's endurance race.
Yeah, and also it will be interesting to see if the backwards drivers are able to finish as well. But Midbus really got into the groove of things. 302.068 is a very good best lap here for Division 6, and he does not have too much track left. 1 minute of driving, but he will not get the checkpoint like that. Has to do a 180 drift here to get the checkpoint, but only 2 seconds of a loss. And look how far ahead he is. It is 12 checkpoints, so Midbus is going to win division number 6 here by the looks of it, unless a DC or something like that happens, or the doorbell rings. But even then, I think he could open the door, come back, and still finish on first position. So
well, that depends if he lives in a multi-story villa and has to take the elevator down.
True.
Like, that might be difficult.
But then you have a butler who opens the door for you, right?
You are right, actually. Yeah, you got me there. Anyway, mid-boost in the final turn. 31 minutes of driving and gets the job done. There it is, 3:03:03 finish time in that last lap. That was kind of interesting. So now a 10-minute timer has started. And what about the backwards gamers? How far behind are they? They actually will finish here, Turbo. They are currently 9 minutes and 9.5 minutes behind.
But they still need to drive.
So as long as they don't make big mistakes, they will be able to finish here. That's going to be interesting.
I don't think so, actually, because the best lap is a 4:06 from them, right? And the best lap from mid-boost was a 3-minute time. So I don't think that Fred Wolf is able to finish here with that. I don't think so. I think it will be like 11 to 12 minutes, maybe even more than that, because look how little speed Fred Wolf has here on that part.
Maybe you're right.
Unlucky for them, but still good efforts, as it is still a good fight here for that second position between Wins and Roger Rabia, where Roger Rabia...
Actually, you're right.
Actually had to no, never mind. It was Wins with a mistake. So Roger Rabia took over that second position. There's one more tricky jump to do, and Roger Rabia will get that second position in the last lap.
In the last lap. So there we go. The top 3 is done. Mid-boost, Roger Rabia, and Wins for the podium in Division 6. So let's have a look at Division 5.
Yeah, good job to those 3 on the podium. Let's see where Division 5 is currently standing in. It is Blafeather in the lead.
Yep, has held on to that lead, but Freet is in second. And we have third place, Le Pen. So it is, you know, all set and stone from pretty much lap number 5 onwards. It was this 1, 2, and 3, and Blafeather, I mean, 20 seconds of an advantage. It's not too big of a gap, so Blafeather could still make 2 respawns, and we might have a race here.
Yeah, I think so as well, and respawns can happen, especially during the ending. I think this jump into the multi-lap can be very tricky, as Freeze is still on second, 11 seconds ahead though of Leping. It's so hard to pronounce that name, but
yeah, just say Le Pen.
Le Pen.
Like he's in pain.
He's in pain because he's only on third and not on first.
Exactly. It looks like Blafeather will clock in the win for Division 5 as he is halfway through with the map here. The best lap, 3:01.19. The average, only 5 seconds slower. I mean, that is a respectable consistency.
Yep.
As we look into this NASCAR part, he is cooking a pretty good time here. Tries to improve his best lap, I have a feeling. And sets up a little bit outside here.
Oh, that was great.
Looks good.
Very, very nice from Blafeather. He was like using the dirt to his advantage to get a smooth landing into the plastic. So good spotting there from him. And also best lap, 1 second faster than the Div 6 winner had. So you can see the improvement of the players in there. And Blafeather only having a couple of turns to go. 30 seconds of driving, give or take. And he's going to win division number 5. But of course the ending can provide a lot of content, and if he maybe then tilts and having to respawn 5 times, he could still lose the race, but surely this is not going to happen. Surely.
He's driving clean. The drifts look clean as well, and with 1 dirt section to go.
Oh, this could be a sub 3 minutes.
This might be a big new PB improvement, and ends it really strong as well.
Good job.
A 258.9 to close out the division.
Was very good. And now we have Freet behind, who is going to finish on second position. He's not on a PB, he's 0.8 away from it, but only has 1 more jump to clear, and then he clocks in P number 2. So Freet on second place, and then we have Le Pen on third.
Yeah, once again, Freet doing good in their division. Like, that just shows that that Freed is a consistent driver and gets better with every single race that keeps going. So Blafeder, Freed, and Le Pen secure the top 3 placements here in Division 5.
So let's go to Division 4 and see what is happening there. If any mess-ups have happened. We have Kachen in the lead, and Kodiak dropped all the way down to P4, but is in a fight with Kato. And look at the fight for first position as well,
Oh
Spam.
my god.
Going into the last lap, it is Sebs versus Kachen. It's only half a second between them.
This is exactly what I hope for. 13 laps in, 36 minutes of driving. And all that is, the difference is half a second between Kachen and Iceps right now. And oh my god, Iceps goes super close to the corner, and the half a second is quickly turning into a 1.5 seconds here. Ay. Kodiak, as you mentioned, has dropped to 4th place. And another additional mistake from Iceps. Is it the nerves? Who knows?
Maybe he also watches the stream. This could be the case. Oh no!
Oh no! Costa de Riso, what the hell just happened?
Oh, that's so unlucky. I mean, he still is on 2nd position, but it could have been so much more if we just include how the final lap has started. He was half a second behind, but now it is more than 5 seconds. So Kachen on his way to win Division 4 with a good, consistent performance. Look at the best lap as well, 2:57.510. That is very fast from Kachen, and he could even improve it here. He's only 0.2 away from his PB.
Yep, and the battle for 3rd place is kind of nice though. It's Kanto versus Kodiak, about 2 seconds between them, and they are in the final lap. So, you know, a mistake, just like Iceps has made a big mistake, can also happen to Arcato. And then Kodiak finds a podium position here.
Yeah, it will be hard to come back from pace. I mean, also best and average is looking good for Kodiak by the looks of it. Maybe made some mistakes here and there, but only 3.7 seconds of an offset is not too bad. So maybe he can shine through with consistent driving. Let's take a look from Kato. Okay, look at how consistent he is. It's even better. Only 2.3 seconds of a delta here. So good job from the Swede in this race.
That is really, really good. Super consistent driving. Not the fastest driving, but super, super consistent pace. And, you know, that is hard to beat. But Kachen now, couple turns remaining. 5 checkpoints to go. And Kachen will secure the victory here. It looked like it was gonna be a challenge in that last lap, but the moment we entered it is the moment that Iceps made 3 consecutive mistakes, and now Kachen just driving it slow and steady across the finish line and has driven a beautiful race here. Almost 14 minutes of playtime for Kachen to secure the win.
Yeah, so one more jump and Kachen makes it. Good time here as well in the end. A 2:58 to clean it off, or to clean it. And also steps not too far behind, of course. 5 seconds. He gained a bit of time there. But let's take a look onto battle for 3rd position, because Kodiak came dangerously closer towards Kato. It is only 1 second between them, but only a little bit of track left for both of them. So it will be hard for Kodiak to attack. Maybe a mistake in the end could happen. It could be a photo finish. Let's take a look. Kato, good line, good approach, but one more jump to be cleared, and he makes it, and Kato takes 3rd position.
That was close.
Wow, 0.7.
That was a nice fight. Kodiak even PB'd in the last lap as well, so huge pace from Kodiak. But the top 3, Kachen, Iceps, and Arcato, is the podium on division number 4. As we now move on to division number 3 to see the finale here. And let's have a look.
Oh, Sabian already finished. They already finished.
No, we were too slow. We were doing a yapathon too much. But Sabian has finished in 1st place. Toast Me actually got 2nd. So Nerfu has dropped all the way to 5th. And Revens remained on that 3rd place by the looks of it. So I'm a little bit worried that Division 2 has is also coming to an end. So let's have a look at Division 2 real quick. as they might be in the final lap. Yeah, they are right now in the final lap. It is picking Ente.
Yeah, that was it.
Picking Ente.
Good pronunciation, actually.
Who is currently in the lead, so took over the lead from Nitrofaint, who is a little bit further behind. But great performance from Mr. Peking, as a 252.6 was the best time, average lap of 255, and that is very, very nice by him. Nitrofaint still gets a very respectable second place right here. Has made a big mistake, lost about 10 seconds. And then we have a battle between two teammates. Well, it's not really a battle.
Yeah, it's 2 checkpoints.
As Tef's Baguette will get the top 3 podium place. So, good performance here as well. 44 minutes of driving in Division 2. And the rest of the players will make it across the finish line. But let's have a look at Division 1. What has happened in the meantime while we have been waiting?
Oh, it's an Elcon show. 20 seconds it is. And I mean, we were already foreshadowing it from Peking Ente, that he has faster pace, and eventually he took the lead and won it. So good to see that. And Lingo 20 seconds behind Elcon. Let's take a look onto the average from Elcon.
Yeah, Lingo made another mistake in that case, because the moment we left, the gap was 10 seconds.
Yep.
So that's quite unfortunate. Best lap here for Elcon, 250.79. So hasn't improved much from when we left off, but a 250.24 is insane. Holy moly.
Yeah, I just had to text because I have to join the VMix call already, but I'm gonna do that after the race, because we're gonna watch how Elcon is ending it here in a dominant fashion. So he is showing again an Elcon show, but he did not have it easy today. Lingo was not too far behind, but then maybe had to go out of his comfort zone a bit too much and had to opt for riskier lines and making mistakes. So Elcon also, look at that minus. Look at that. This could be a 249 if he didn't have a good ending. What time will it be? A 249.8. Wow, approaching the last lap here from Elcon. That's absolute cinema. Very nice time from, the best endurance player out there by the looks of it.
That's crazy though. Look at the gap between the best lap and average is just so nuts. Like, to think that the average lap from Elcon once again is almost the best lap from second place is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's insane.
We have seen this multiple times now, where Elcon's average is literally the best lap of, a third or fourth player in Division 1.
That's crazy.
And I think he is just sending it once again. And I mean, this is just,
This is Elcon's lap.
Minimizing airtime everywhere you can, getting the low jumps, gearing up perfectly here, keeping the upper gear.
Keeping the gear there. Oh my god, that was so clean.
Yeah, he is just going on a run. Maybe nose sliding here a little bit. Yep, there it is. The nose slide comes in. It is just, he's when you have a makes a mistake. When you have a workbench and you have a tool for pretty much every single thing, that is like Elcon. He has like a tool under his skill set in every single part here.
Yeah.
The nose slides, the oversliding, managing the gears, wiggling on the plastic. It's like, he has all the tools and he utilizes them as well.
Perfectly.
Exactly, like he just knows how to do the things.
Yeah, and sometimes he tries to pick a tool that is like completely inhuman, and he still gets it through. Almost, like it's incredible. So Elcon, 1.2 seconds behind now, just making an additional mistake there, but it was Elcon's race to lose from the start. We were already foreshadowing that. Making another mistake does not flip over, so that's fortunate for him. But still a wonky last lap, maybe even his worst lap in this endurance race.
Actually, yeah.
Could be the case. But only 1 minute left for him, even less. 40 seconds of driving, and then Elcon will win yet another race. Elcon, it's getting boring. Can he do something for the last race? Maybe play with inverted steering or something like this, or action keys?
Yeah, we might have to just DM Race Hans to or Javi Flyer to come back.
Dude, this will be cool. Race Hans versus Alcon on this kind of map. Oh, dude. This would be so nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, he has 1 turn remaining, and Alcon will win another race. He is dominating every single week. And once again, has the fastest pace, has the best average lap, and there it is. 48 minutes of driving to secure first place in race number 11. Lingo did his best, but like I said, the longer the race goes on, the more easily you get fatigued and mistakes happen more often. 20 seconds behind is Lingo. Another really good race as well from Lingo here. Yannex gets a whopping 3rd place.
Very nice.
Which is really good for the ranking. Intax in 4th. And now all the remaining players will trickle in across the finish line. But that is going to be the end of this race. There's only 1 more left to go in the season. And Taxon gets the top 10, like we said. Taxon gets the sneaky top 10. And Itich has fallen down behind a little bit. But yeah, that was a really, really good map from Clear Vision.
Yeah, thank you, Clear Vision, for building that one, even though you had those difficulties with your PC getting wiped and you had to rebuild it. So I think people were enjoying this one. Very refreshing to see that. And you can see all the players finishing here, but still I have to emphasize Lingo's performance as well. 20 seconds behind Alcon, that is very good. So good job from Lingo. Almost keeping up with the pace, but the fatigue set in, and of course you have to push if you want to win. That wasn't meant to be, but here we go. We have the last couple of players finishing. It was Dennis on P20, and then we have 4 more players who are on the track. Mixmod, Funky Jug, Doyle, and Reginald. Reginald now approaching the last jump and finishing on P21. So
Doyle right behind in 20 seconds. So it was a close fight, and there will be 2 players remaining in this division. And then it is finito papito. And we will prepare for the World Cup that is happening here in a little bit as well. So if you enjoyed watching this, make sure to tune in for the matches that are still happening on this Trackmania Sunday. Man, I have missed like weekends where there's just Trackmania competitions like going on. Like, I miss that shit.
Yeah, I'm missing that as well.
I'm glad we have it once again in this current weekend.
Yeah. And also the next weekend, keep that in mind, right?
Oh, yeah.
With XP Evo. But that's, of course, a complete different vibe when it comes to that. But yeah, also all of those, like, French Cups back in Trackmania 2 Stadium, like the Elite Cup or something like that, was always so good to watch and also cast or play. Yeah, I miss those things where, like, all players come out of their holes and are just playing, and you can see top-level Trackmania gameplay. It's really nice. So happy to have that back. And I mean, there's 10 players still left and only 2 can make it. What is your prediction, actually? I think Pack and Granadi will make it.
I have Pack and I have Pack and Granadi.
Oh, really?
Two big players, Bings. Yeah, exactly. Pack, but I have Bings winning.
Yeah.
And then I have Massa second, Granadi third, Pack fourth.
I have Pack second, actually.
Okay.
But what about Gwen, dude? Day 2 Gwen can be so dangerous. Like, he 1 more hour on every map. Oof.
Yeah, we just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of banter going on in the chat here. Lingo wrote, I was keeping up with you, Elcon. Everything went, but after I respawned, everything went downhill. And then Elcon types, keep it up, Lingo. Maybe you'll get this good someday.
That's a classic Elcon. That's a classic Alcon. But I mean, both have kind of the same mentality going into the game, right?
Yeah.
They both play those cups that they enjoy, and they're both fine class players, but Alcon, like, he's place 0. It's hard to really match the pace. Like, as we said, I'm not even sure if Race Hans or Javi Flyer nowadays could match Alcon's pace on this map. Who could even? Who could do that?
I actually have no idea.
Like, theoretically, who could match this pace?
Maybe Mime could. I don't know.
I'm not sure about
I think
Bren
many.
as well.
I think many of the pro players could. But here it is, the Last player across the finish line, Mixmot, and Elcon, here's the podium, wins it after 48 minutes of driving. Another win on Sarkara, made by Clear Vision.
Yeah, successful first part of the Sunday. I think this was a nice race and a very, very clean map from Clear Vision as well. This time, no cuts. He fixed the cuts beforehand. So that was very nice to see that. And next week will be no race because we most likely a lot of you guys will attend XP Evo as well. So if you see us, make sure to say hi. And we're gonna have a good time there. And the final race of the season will be in 14 days, the 20th of October.
And we don't have a map yet.
Oh, really? I thought we have.
No, it's gonna be a surprise.
I thought we have a map, but yeah.
Maybe you and me have to make the map, Turbo.
Yeah, maybe we can do XP Evo night shift.
Ooh, actually, wait. What if we make everyone places blocks at XP Evo, and that's gonna be the final map?
We're gonna ask Ozone if we can have that map.
Wait a minute, we cooking over here.
This could be cool.
Wait a minute. Could be something with oversight, of course, with some admin oversight. We could make it happen. We'll think about it. But yeah.
There could
Another
be cool.
race done.
We're gonna figure it out, right? We're gonna figure it out for 2 weeks. And well, then guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Spam, enjoy the cast.
You too.
And
enjoy the matches. Hope everything is gonna go well at the broadcast over there.
Yep.
And you know, we see each other in 7 days.
Yep.
6 days.
Have a good one then.
Yep, you too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.